Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is RandoGEEK. I wanted to share an important update with customers that have YouTube TV. This may already be affecting you, but if not, keep your eyes open because you might be hit with this any day now. So the article is coming from Cord Cutters News, and I will link it down below for you in the description. I'm going to cover the most important things here. There'll be some things left out. You can read that on your own when you have time or whenever you're interested, if you are interested in doing so. What I want to cover here is this warning that YouTube TV will be dropping network access to CBS Sports Network, Comedy Central, MTV, Nickelodeon, Paramount Network, and that's just to name a few. BET, VH1, those are all on there. The Smithsonian Channel. If you are paying for YouTube TV to get access to such channels, you're going to be losing access to it if you haven't already. This is in regards to a dispute between Paramount and YouTube TV. Paramount is seeking basically fair pay for their programming. They want YouTube to cough up more money. YouTube doesn't want to do so because if YouTube had to pay more money to Paramount, they would have to charge the customers more. If YouTube charges the customers more, they know what's at stake. Customers are probably going to cancel and find a cheaper alternative. So these network companies like Paramount, Disney, and all of them that have been around for generations, have more money than they'll ever need, are basically trying to force the hands of the FCC, which I did this video, like I said, about a week ago. And they're basically trying to make cord cutting solutions a thing of the past. They're basically trying to make it just like cable. Proper taxes, higher prices, forcing customers to have no alternative but to just stick with cable. If YouTube raises their prices, most likely you'll just go back to cable. That is what these networks are thinking. That's what they want. And if you don't go back to cable and you stick with YouTube TV, well, they want them to at least be charging more money so that it's more competitive. And either way, YouTube has to pay those networks more. And either way, they make money. They don't really care how or why this is done. They don't care if the customer is happy. Clearly, that is the whole problem with cable, which is why many have left in the first place. You're overpaying for channels that you don't even want. And that is kind of the problem with YouTube TV. It's a cheaper cable, if you ask me, with some additional programming. And it is a better way to get access to cable TV rather than going through, say, DirecTV, etc. But it is getting just as expensive. And in some cases, you may not even be getting as much channels. If you're on cable and you're bundled up, you may be getting a great deal. But again, keyword bundle. Not everyone wants to bundle. Not everybody wants their service, phone service. Not everyone has a landline anymore. So they don't really need a phone line. They don't want their wireless service, say through Spectrum. They don't want it. They want Verizon. They want T-Mobile. They want at&t. They don't want to use Spectrum Mobile or Xfinity Mobile if you're on that service. So, without bundling, cable really doesn't offer much. It's not competitive and it's not really worth it, which is why many are leaving. So this is the situation that we're facing. For years now, we've been able to kind of escape the tortures and the lockdown of cable and that whole monopoly that industry basically is. Because that's what it's been. It's a monopoly. They've been basically forcing us for years to have to pay for content that we don't even have time to watch. So now they're going after cord cutting solutions. So now what's left? We'll have some free content. Eventually, they'll probably start forcing Pluto TV, etc. to charge. And that won't even be free anymore. And what will you really have left? YouTube TV. And then I'm sure at some point, they already are to watch movies. Remember before it became Vivo, how you could just, before Google bought YouTube, you could watch anything, literally movies for hours on there. So obviously with the times that change, so does everything else. So this is where we are, but this is important for you to know because if it hasn't hit you yet, don't be surprised if one day you turn it on and those channels are missing until there's an agreement between these two, YouTube TV and Paramount. This is what it's looking like. And it's getting harder and harder for anyone to work with these networks. They're just getting greedier and greedier every single year. We constantly see pushback. This is a lot of the problem with cable too. So not only are people leaving because they keep raising prices, but it's really it's really just a matter of the fact that these networks keep raising prices on these companies. So they don't know where else to place the, the increase. Who are they going to charge? They're not going to take it out of their profit. They're going to pass the fees on to the customers, and customers are not going to bite. They're going to leave, and this is what's happening. And it's just a vicious circle. It's going to go back, forth, and we're really just going to spin our wheels until cable is completely done. And it looks like they're trying to do this to anything that offers similar content. So the next option for YouTube TV is to just kind of bow out of, I guess, the whole cable style industry and just start doing like a Netflix type thing, call it, YouTube Films or something. I don't know, because that whole cable industry thing is just doomed to fail. You can't work with networks that just want to overcharge. Customers aren't going to pay for it. So I don't know. That's my update here for you. There's, like I said, just a bunch of other stuff of like kind of what's going on here with it. But basically, I think what you needed to know is that this is definitely happening. And if you haven't noticed it yet, you will. As always, thank you so much for stopping by and watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.